Shalom, this is GMS Silent Sit Downs coming back with the lesson. First off and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostle of Great Millstone, GMS, for teaching us this truth and that rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect out there spreading this word in sincerity and in truth. Gone. I was driving to work a couple of days ago, and I heard on the radio, man. I heard on the radio that too many Christmas songs are bad for your mental health. And I cracked up laughing, man. I was like, wow, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable, man. You know, it's a spirit, man. Hey, the Most High has put a crazy vibration upon these Christmas songs, because he's despising these songs, man. That now even researchers found out that that Christmas songs are bad for your mental health, man. Physiologists have studied it, man. So this is independent.co.uk. It says listening to too much Christmas music is bad for your health. Physiologists says it's certainly not the most wonderful time of the year. Hey, 3 days ago, you see, it's the news. It's the news that Grinches everywhere have been waiting for. Overdosing on festive music is officially bad for your mental health, not least because of the clangy harmonies and insipid lyrics that make Christmas haters want to say "bah, humbug" at every smiling passerby and bobblehead, whatever. This is the point. It turns out that Christmas songs actually stop us from being able to focus on anything other than mince pies and mistletoe. According to physiologist Linda Blair, listening to Santa Claus, which is Satan Claus, because this is a demonic type of vibration, a spirit, to raise your children up with lies, things that don't exist, lying to your children. It's garbage, man. Santa Claus is coming to town on repeat could actually have negative effect on your brain. People working in the shops at Christmas have to tune out Christmas music, because if they don't, it really does stop you from being able to focus on anything else. She told Sky News, "You're simply spending all of your energy trying not to hear what you are hearing." Yeah, that's true, man, because the Most High has poured out a certain vibration, upon these songs to drive people crazy, man. To drive people crazy, and it's idol worship, man. It's actually a Babylonian custom, which is idol worship, setting up a tree, and is basically worshiping the tree too, which is prophecy. They shall worship wood and stone, wood being the tree, wood being the cross, stone being the Kaaba stone in Mecca. A lot of Israelites being converted to Islam. But how you might think, like, how do people that celebrate Christmas worship that tree? Now, this is the history. The history goes back to the Babylonian Empire, like I already said. But what happens in the winter? All the trees lose their leaves, except this tree that they use for Christmas. Let me see what the Dutch the English word for it is. Otherwise, I will say it in the Dutch. I think it's pine tree. Let me see. Fir tree. Yeah, so this is a fake one though. But in the winter, all the trees lose their leaves except this tree. And then what do they do? So that's a form of worship. All the trees lose their leaves except this one. And then what do? They put presents under the tree. That's like putting sacrifices to the altar, because that's the thing that we was doing to praise our power. We put sacrifices on the altar to praise him. So what do? They put presents under the tree, which back in the days it was actually literal sacrifices, babies and stuff. But you can look that up for yourself. So back to the article. So the Most High is totally not down with this form of worship. This Christmas they want to put the birth of he who everyone calls Jesus to it, but that's nonsense, man. So the Most High, is axing out this nonsense by driving people mad from these Christmas songs. So it says, it might not come as a surprise to you that hearing Christmas music on repeat isn't the best thing for one's concentration or sanity levels. However, research shows that striking a good balance between festive smells and music can positively affect the shopping environment, making customers happy. So basically, in this study, they show you like this music is gonna drive you mad listening to it the whole day. So if you go to the shopping mall, you hear this constantly. This is the vibration of Christmas that's out there. So the Most High is putting a negative vibration to it, which is a thing that drives you crazy, man. Drives you mad. It's bad for your mental health and your concentration. Jeremiah chapter 10 verse. Oh, let me start at Amos. I think I'm gonna start at Amos. And then I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper in Christmas in the Bible, and then I'm gonna close the video. So this is Amos chapter 5 verse 21. This is the Most High. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell your solemn assemblies. So these feast days of nowadays, they are not the high holy days that the Most High rejoices in. So the Most High is not rejoicing in them. Even though you want to put religious thoughts around it, go to church, bow down to baby Jesus, baby Caesar Borgia, better yet to say. The Most High is not amused by it. And then you have the thing that happened is you're gonna get bugged out from these songs, man. Verse 22. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy viols. But let judgment run down as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. So the Most High desires judgment. The Most High is waiting for his prophecies to come to pass, and the Most High is going to unleash judgment upon this place, man. That's what's going to happen. And this Christmas, this might be the last Christmas, man. I pray this is going to be the last Christmas, because that means that 2019, we are there, man. So this is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh the Most High. Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and gold, they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. So they cut out a tree that still has its leaves, which is the fir tree. They put it in their houses. Why would you put a tree in your house to begin with? A tree cut out and you put it in your house. That's bugged out to begin with. And then what do? You deck it with silver and with gold. That's also a form of worship. In India, what do? India, cow worship. just to show you that it goes into tree worshipping, man. So here you see, you know they worship cows in India, right? So what do they do in India? They deck out these cows with all kinds of ornaments, gold, flowers, paint. You see, they beautify these cows, man, with all kinds of things. Because why? They worship them. So what they are doing with these trees is the same damn thing, man. They decking it with gold and silver. Now the Most High did that with us, man. But that's the other point. Let me not go into that. But they deck it with silver and gold, and with gold they fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born. They must need be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. You see, so it's not for our people to do these type of customs, man, because the Most High is not rejoicing in it. And it's spiritual that the Most High has put the vibration upon these songs that people are going buck wild, man. People are going crazy, driving mad, cannot concentrate. Probably some accidents are happening at the jobs. That's the spirit that the Most High is putting out there, man. So I thought it was a fun fact to show you this, what's going on. And yeah, man, with that, I'm going to say, call Allah, Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai Basham, Rakakadash, Barakatam. Shalom, Akim.